I noticed a puddle after driving the X5 and letting it sit for a while, so I had to look into it. I am pretty sure that I have a reservoir leak. I was driving it recently and I noticed some wetness in there. Let's see. I noticed some wetness down there, and there was a puddle. There's not one today, and there was a puddle over here right beneath it, and everything pointed back to this. There was nothing else over there that looked like an obvious leak. I think this is where it's coming from. And I think it's pretty easy to take off because the new one's right here, and it looks like it only mounts here and here, and then the connections. So let's see if we can get the old one off. So there's a bolt right there that I'm going to remove, and one right there. But I'm thinking I may try and remove the connectors below it first, because there's an electrical connector and a tube. But let's see if removing the bolts makes that any easier. So this one is easy and obvious. So let's see if lifting this up makes it easier to get to the other things. Not really. Taking this off may make things a bit easier. It's going to be tough to get a good view on it, but the electrical connector has a little tab and it's easy to pull off. I'll show you a picture of it in a second. But the coolant hose seems to be a bit more difficult. So when I disconnected the electrical connector, I was able to sit the reservoir up like this, and that'll give me better access to the connection at the bottom. So I'm just going to get this little screwdriver up underneath this clip and pull it out. Come on. Yeah, that should be enough, and I should be able to wiggle it off now. And I'm going to get a lot of fluid on the ground because I didn't drain everything. So this is the new one. The electrical connector had this protector on it, which is great. And now I can just plug the new one in, and the clip should click. Oh, the little clip you pull out to release the hose at the bottom, you push it back in, and then when you install it, it just clicks back in place. Now I reconnect the electrical connector. All right, so now I can remount it. There we go. I'll properly bleed it when I have it on level ground, but I am going to fill it up at least to the min line for now. Ooh, that's a little too much. It's settled, so good. Again, I'll properly bleed it later, but I'm not going to drive it much until then. I just drove the X5 to the storage unit and I think I'm good. Yesterday, when I drove it, it was spitting and making a big commotion, but I think I'm good. Yeah, I think that's what it was. No noise, no leaking. You know what I may do? I'm going to list it for sale, but I'm going to see if I can clean up this engine bay a bit. I wiped down this a little bit, but I'm going to see if there's an efficient way to do that. Well, it's time to clean this bad boy up. So I'm going to start in the inside and then work my way to the outside. All my personal items need to be removed. From the previous owner's kit, I'm guessing. What is this? Science fun for everyone. Fork, a drawer handle. Don't know what this is. I don't know what this is either. I know what all this is. These are parts I used to fix it, or parts I fixed rather. A dog leash I found under the seat. Actually a nice little chain. See, I don't know, I think this goes on the rear hatch. Maybe? No idea what that is. Yeah, maybe that's license plate lights. And this is disgusting. Ew. Like, what do you do to get like this? Is that sand? They must go to the beach or something? I'm finally putting the roundo on. I told myself I wouldn't install this until I thought the car was ready to be listed for sale. So now it's finally getting installed. After getting the X5 all cleaned up, I went to a nearby parking lot and took lots of pictures. And that evening I listed it for sale. I listed it higher than I was willing to accept because, you know, people are going to want to negotiate. That was weeks ago and it still hasn't sold. I'm pretty sure I'm asking too much, but I'm in no rush to sell and I'll keep lowering the price until it does. One thing I really wanted to do before I sold it was to take it on a road trip. And fortunately and unfortunately, I got the chance to do that. We're about to take our first road trip in the E70. We had a family member pass and we're going to go one state south for the funeral. It's going to be me and my mom. And if you listen, she's watching a K-drama, Korean drama. Mama, you ready? You ready? All right. She loves these shows. This is our first stop on our road trip, and I'm not going to do it to her, but my mom is the only person I will let eat in one of my vehicles. As a general rule, there's no eating or drinking anything other than water in my cars, but you gotta have an exception for your mama. Taking another snack stop with the mama. The trip brought up a lot of questions. One of them was, what chassis is the Oscar Mayer Wiener vehicle built on? Truck chassis? Van chassis? I don't know. Another question was, why are these Krispy Kreme donuts in South Carolina so big? I don't think I'll ever get the answer to that one. It was good to see family, and the X5 is an excellent trip car. But a few times when I started it up, one of the accessory belts would squeal. It was brief and it didn't happen all the time, but that is something I'll be tackling in the next video. If you would like to follow along as I continue to improve and hopefully sell this good but imperfect X5, hit subscribe. If you would like to see the things that I did to make it roadworthy, check out the playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.